Hi guys, it's Amber from Amber Eats Books, and I'm here today to actually bring you a July TBR. I don't usually do monthly TBR videos, but this month I had so many books that I just want to get to and need to clear off of my TBR shelf that I decided I would just share them with you. So the first book that I'm actually going to be reading, and I'm currently reading this month, is Fool's Errand by Robin Hobb, which is book 1 in her Tawny Man trilogy. This follows our character Fitz from the Farseer trilogy 15 years after that trilogy. So if you guys aren't a fan of Robin Hobb, that might have just sounded really confusing. Those of you that are definitely know what I'm talking about, and I'm so excited to get back into this world. After that, I have a stack of library books that I would really love to finish up. So let's see what I have. I have Blood Song by Anthony Ryan. This is a fantasy book that was recommended by Tina from the Neverending Bookshelf. She said this was her favorite book so far this year, so I'm really excited to get to it. Then I have another book that you guys have probably seen before if you've been following my channel, and that is The Apothecary by Mail Malloy. This is a middle grade novel that was recommended by Elisa from Paper Bits, so I'm really excited to get to that. I also have two other books out from the library. I have Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. I've never read any books by Daphne du Maurier. This will be my first one, and I'm really excited to read it. I also think I have My Cousin Rachel out from the library, or on hold at the library. I have to go pick it up tomorrow, so I will be reading that in July as well. Then I also picked up Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. I have to get this one read in the next week or two because it is only a 14-day loan. You can renew it once, which I did already, so I'm hoping I will be able to finish it in the month of July. Otherwise, it will just have to go back to the library. Then I have two books that I've had on my TBR shelf because I had picked them out of my TBR jar a while ago and I wanted to read them and I just never got around to it. So they've been sitting on that shelf staring at me. The first one was Salem's Lot by Stephen King. I'm really excited to read this because it's the next book in chronological order that I wanted to read before I finished my Dark Tower series. This story kind of has parts to play in that between books 4 and 5. So I finished book 4 of the Dark Tower series a couple of months ago, and I want to go on to book 5, but people said to read this before that happens. And then I picked out of my TBR jar Once We Were Brothers by Ronald H. Balson. This is a World War II novel. I just never got around to reading it, and I'm tired of looking at it. It's been staring at me and saying, "You were supposed to have read me, you're supposed to have read me," and I didn't, so I really just want to clear this off of my TBR shelf. Then I have a stack of books that are actual buddy reads. First off is our hashtag on the Booktube shelf July pick, which I'm really excited for because I think this is just going to be a blast to read, and that's Meg by Steve Alten. This is a shark book. I love Shark Week. I love watching Shark Week on Animal Planet. So when Elisa from Paper Bit suggested that this was our July pick for hashtag on the Booktube shelf, I just said, yes, please. This looks like fun. And this is actually a series, so we will see if I like it and if I will continue on with it, but I'm really excited to give it a go. Then I committed to doing a buddy read with one of my subscribers named Liz. She actually used to have a Booktube channel, but I don't believe she has one anymore, but I will link maybe her Instagram or Goodreads down below so you guys can at least follow her there. We decided to buddy read The Long and Far Away Gone by Lou Burney. I actually won this from a giveaway on her channel when she had it, probably almost a year ago. She's already read it, I believe, but she really wants to do a reread of it, and I've never read it. It's just been sitting on my shelf, and I believe it has to do with murders during the summer and carnivals and stuff, so it just sounds like a great summer read, and I'm really looking forward to buddy reading with her because we have done a buddy read before, and it was a lot of fun having discussions with her, so I can't wait to do that. Then I also joined a Goodreads group called Lisa's Buddy Reads, which is actually hosted by Lisa from Books and Smiles. I will leave a link to both the Goodreads group and her channel down below. She's now hosting this. This is going to be a monthly thing where she picks 2 books. I think 1 book she picks and 1 book we will vote on as a group to read, and the first half of the month we'll read 1 book, the second half of the month we'll read another book. So for the first half of the month we are going to read The Trophy Child by Paula Daly. I know nothing about these books because they seem to be thrillers and I don't want to know anything about them. I'm kind of really enjoying going into books as blind as possible lately. So this is going to be from July 1st to July 14th. And you can discuss everything right on the Goodreads group. She has it set up beautifully and I can't wait to dive into this so I can join in on the discussions. Then for the second half of the month, so July 15th through July 31st, we are going to be reading Lost Girls by Mary DeStefano. This looks really good as well, so I cannot wait to get into it. So that's everything that I hope to read for the month of July. We will see when it comes to the end of the month how well I did. I also am wanting to participate in Booktube-A-Thon, which is going to be happening from July 24th to July 30th. I will leave the links to that down below as well. I don't know any of the challenges or anything because I don't think they've announced it yet, but some of these books may make their way onto that TBR as well. So stay tuned for that. I will definitely post a separate TBR just for the readathon when that comes up. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great week, a great month, and happy reading.